Coronation Street spoilers. Bethany returns. Theo goes missing and Asha struggles. Coronation Street lines up big new plots next week as Bethany Platt makes a return with a police twist. While an affair is rumbled and Asha Allahan struggles to copy, Bethany Platt left the street earlier this year, as actress Lucy Fallon headed on maternity leave. Lucy and her partner Ryan Ledson welcomed their baby daughter Nancy earlier this year, and next week, it's time for Bethany to make her return. It was a dramatic exit for Bethany, who left for a job in London, but unfortunately, things didn't work out, and she's now in trouble with the police. She's not the only one in trouble, however, as Debbie finally pulls the cover off Carl's affair. Theo goes AWOL and Asha struggles. It's Kit who discovers Bethany has returned as is led to an interview room where he finds Sarah's daughter, who has been accused of car theft. After quitting her job in London, borrowed her boss's car without permission and drove it up to Manchester, but can Kit help Bethany get out of trouble? And how will Daniel react to the news of Bethany's return? With one character returns, another goes missing as Theo's past comes back to haunt him. After a night out in the gay village with Todd, Sean, James, Mary, Glenda and Christina, Theo is recognized by mystery man, Owen. The pair later meet again in the loos and Owen's determined to have it out with Theo, but things later take a turn when Theo manhandles Owen out onto the street and orders him to back off. But who is he? The drama doesn't end there either. After an argument with Theo the night before, Todd tells Shona and Gary that he stormed out and he hasn't seen him since. Jake later in the cabin and hands Brian a mobile phone and Todd's left further shaken when Brian reveals it's Theo's phone. What has happened to Theo? Theo isn't the only resident sparking concern, as Nina begins to worry about Asha when she witnesses her knocking back the drinks. Asha was recently left suffering panic attacks and struggling with her mental health after she was cruelly targeted at work. She was the victim of a racist attack, and a traumatic shift at work left her in a bad way. Asha also found herself subjected to vile abuse by a patient named Naomi, who became aggressive and hurled racial abuse at her. Emotional scenes next week will see the paramedic feeling more alone than ever when she sees her colleagues at work. Elsewhere, Carla loses her temper with Becky after she tries to steal a forkful of Lisa's food off her plate. During lunch, Becky insists she just wants a bit of normality, but Carla's having none of it and storms out, telling both Becky and Lisa they're deluded. She then tells Kit that she doesn't believe Becky's story, but does he feel the same? On the other side of the street, there's trouble for ABI and Carl as Debbie demands answers from ABI when she spots her with a hotel key. Debbie isn't convinced when ABI says that she stayed at the hotel a while back and forgot to return the card, and a cunning Carl convinces her dementia is to blame. However, things take a turn back at the hotel, as Debbie spots ABI heading towards Carl's room when checking CCTV footage for theft. As Debbie hammers on the door, what will she find? Whatever it is, it doesn't look promising, as later on, Debbie orders ABI to pack her bags and move out of number 13, or she'll tell Kevin the whole story.